Hey guys, welcome to my trading channel. I'm going to be covering strategies. It covers binary options trading. So today I'm going to cover one strategy that covers 5-minute put and call trades based off a 1-minute chart. It involves candlestick pattern and also 2 moving averages. So the candlestick pattern is based off a Harami pattern. If you don't know what is a Harami pattern, just Google it or check other YouTube videos. And then the second one is 2 moving averages, the 21 EMA and the 200 EMA crossover. So let me just give you the rules to the strategy, and then you can backtest it, forward test it for yourself and see if it's something you can incorporate into your trading strategy. So binary options setup 1, this is for a 5-minute put trade. There's some rules that you have to check before you take the setup. So rule number 1, the 21 EMA needs to cross downwards over the 200 EMA. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, the very first bearish Harami pattern that forms after the moving average crossover. That's your trigger. Rule number 3, the high of the bearish candle in the Harami pattern needs to be higher than the bull bar in the Harami pattern. So that's for a put trade, 5-minute put trade. The rules for a call trade would be just the opposite. The 21 EMA for rule number 1 needs to cross upwards over the 200 EMA. And rule number 2 needs to be a bullish Harami pattern. Rule number 3, the low of the bullish bull bar needs to be lower than the low of the bearish red bar. And then we'll look at an example of odd JPY on the 1-minute chart. This is a live trade to sort of show you in real time what this trade would look like. So there's looks like a possible Harami pattern forming. If you can look at the EMAs, you can see that the 21 EMA has crossed downwards over the 200 EMA. The 21 EMA is the blue moving average. The 200 EMA is the yellow one, which is a longer moving average. So the candle that is forming now is possibly your trigger candle. If that ends up being a bear bar with its pin higher than the bull bar next to it, then that is the perfect setup for this trade, for a 5-minute put trade. So if this candle closes red, that's our sign to take a 5-minute put trade. Few seconds remaining. So get ready to take a 5-minute put trade. So after 5 minutes, will give us our verdict whether we're in the money or out the money. So this type of setup is a high probability setup. It's not 100% winning ratio. It won't give you 100%. Some days it will, depending on the day. But it has a very high winning ratio. I think 80% and above. But you can backtest this for yourself on your demo account before you go real. So 4 minutes plus to go. Guys, also remember your risk management. If you've got $100, I would trade very conservatively. Maybe trade $5 for every $100 you have. In other words, 5% per trade. I wouldn't go more aggressive than that, but it's up to you. But good risk management, I'll propose 5% of your capital. So far we're out of the money. Three plus minutes to go. So as I said, guys, you need to forward test and back test the strategy to to be sure that you'll include it into your own arsenal of strategies. Also, don't trade during high impact news. So I recorded my screen during this trade, and I did it live so that we can have a look at how this trade pans out in real time as opposed to in hindsight, because in hindsight most of these strategies look obvious as an obvious win, but if you do it in real time it's not the same. So backtest the strategy and see what the number of wins pattern of wins you can see, so that you can calculate the ratio for yourself. Don't take my word for it, but this is a very good strategy. Just over 2 minutes to go. We're on the 4th minute, so just 2 candles left to go to decide if this is a winning trade. At this point in time, we're out of the money. So the strategy works on all pairs, 1 minute chart, 5 minute strategy. So this is an example of a put trade. For a call trade, the opposite criteria would apply. In other words, the 21 EMA, which is the blue moving average, would be crossing upwards over the 200 EMA. And you would not be looking for a bearish Arami pattern, you'd be looking for a bullish Arami pattern in order to take a 5 minute call trade. One other criteria that I didn't include on the list there is that if your 1 hour candle on your higher time frame is also trading under the 21 EMA, that's a good sign to take put trades and vice versa. So looks like we're in the money here, a few seconds left to go. And that was a winning trade. So as you can see, guys, that was a winning trade. Closed below the target price. So backtest it for yourself. Do it. Check it on demo. Do a couple of examples. When you do go real, try it out with small amounts. If you like the strategy, please like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks, guys.